Bitcoin is digital gold? Question mark, exclamation mark. This is something that is often a phrase that is heard in the financial press, in the investment community, as well as in the pro-crypto space, as well as propagated by crypto enthusiasts. Now, the answer to this question, whether or not Bitcoin is or is not digital gold, or to what extent it is or is not, matters to you. You being either somebody who is interested in Bitcoin, as well as other cryptocurrencies. You can ask, if Bitcoin is gold, digital gold, are other cryptocurrencies also digital gold? Or is only Bitcoin digital gold? If you are not a crypto enthusiast, but you have gold, you can ask, is Bitcoin digital gold? And if that is the case, should you diversify into Bitcoin if you have physical gold only? And if Bitcoin is digital gold, maybe there is a logical inconsistency in your investment, if you like, philosophy, if you're not invested in Bitcoin as well as physical gold, tangible gold. Or it could be the case that you think Bitcoin is not digital gold, and if you then learn about the question if Bitcoin is gold, digital gold or not, it might make you just more sure and firm in your decision to stick to only physical gold. Or you might be of a third category, neither pro-Bitcoin nor pro-gold. You can ask, you look at both of these sides of the debate and you can ask, you do not understand why people would invest in digital gold, if that is what Bitcoin is or is not, let alone physical gold, because you think gold in itself is an asset class or something that you think does not belong into your investment portfolio, or you do not understand why people would invest in gold, let alone Bitcoin that purports to be digital gold. And then you could probably understand why there's these two other camps who might invest in gold or might invest in Bitcoin. And this helps you to think about if you would like to continue to stick to your portfolio that excludes both cryptocurrencies as well as physical gold. Now, if we take a step back, you can think about the costs and the benefits of learning about this question. As I just mentioned, you might be one of these three people. That is either a crypto enthusiast or a gold enthusiast. That is sometimes called a gold bug by sometimes self-description or by critics or people investing in gold. Or third, you might be somebody who is on the sidelines, neither pro-gold nor pro-Bitcoin. And it is worth your time to invest into paying attention to this question, because then you actually understand the whole debate between the Bitcoin and gold bugs, while you're on the sidelines investing in neither, or thinking that neither makes sense as an investment choice, rather than, for example, other investment options and opportunities in other asset classes. Now, to answer this question, is Bitcoin gold, digital gold? We first have to ask, what is gold? A much easier question is to then answer the question, if we understand what gold is, if Bitcoin is digital gold. And then, if we understand what gold is, then we can try to define if Bitcoin is digital gold. Another alternative route to answer this question is to define what Bitcoin is and then separately build on the definition of what gold is, and then to understand if Bitcoin is digital gold. Gold existed prior to Bitcoin, so it warrants priority in terms of defining what gold is, and then going on the second step in this analysis to think about if Bitcoin is digital gold. Now, gold, as you know, used to be a form of money. And gold is related to the history of money and the philosophies and theories of money, specifically the commodity theory of money that relates to the idea that money is ideally made out of a commodity material that would make the system that is based on directly or indirectly on a commodity, such as gold, to be a good system of money. So immediately we can say that if Bitcoin is digital gold, it might lay the foundations for Bitcoin to become money. This is, if you like, a separate motivation to delve into this question. Bitcoin as a potential future money. This is separate, although related, but it is analytically separate from the discussion that I just touched upon, whether or not Bitcoin is digital gold as an investment question, as an asset class, in a sense that should you invest or should you be on the sidelines and not get involved in something that you might think does not have any hands or feet, metaphorically speaking, compared with gold. If you're in the second category, as I've just mentioned, gold bug, or if you're in the third category of people who want to leave Bitcoin and gold alone. This second type of question is relating to the history of money as well as the future of money. So when we talk about not so much about investments and asset classes, if we talk about the fact that in the past gold used to be money, or used to be the basis of money, or be related to money, or a symbol of money, even if you're not interested in the question of personal investments, portfolio management, if you're interested in the question of the future of money, you should also be interested in the question of whether Bitcoin is digital gold. Many countries used to be on a gold standard. And in some countries, gold coins were used as a medium of exchange and served as money. So if you're not interested in personal finance, financial management, retirement planning, and so on, if you're interested intellectually as well as practically in the field of the future of money, you should be interested in the question of what is the nature of Bitcoin. Because if you want to think about the future of money, Bitcoin, if it is digital gold, might be suggesting that it might relate to money in the future. You could also take the stance that in the past, the commodity or gold standard was a relic of the past. It was something that would be better to have been abandoned sooner than later. So you might cherish the abandonment of, for instance, the Bretton Woods standard, the Bretton Woods system in the world, where indirectly many countries around the world, indirectly via linkage to the United States, being on the Bretton Woods gold standard, were basing their national fiat currency indirectly to gold via the US convertibility into gold. This means that if you are interested purely in the future structure of the world financial system, as well as if you live in a country that used to be on the gold standard, you can ask, if Bitcoin is gold, digital gold, could it have any potential to be the basis of a link to your own country's national currency? So this is the two types of motivation why this question matters. The question matters, the question being, is Bitcoin digital gold or is it not? It matters on the one hand from an investment perspective, in the sense that should you be invested into Bitcoin or should you be not? Should you be invested in other cryptocurrencies or not? Should you be invested in gold or not? And second, if you're interested in the future of money, what the future looks like, if you want to understand what potentially the future holds, we have been seeing a lot of changes, how the payment forms occur, how payment occurs these days. Nowadays, a lot of people no longer use credit cards, they use mobile payments that link their debit cards and allow people to access their bank account via their mobile phone. If you ask, most of this is linked to your fiat currency. That is the currency that your country has. Bitcoin is not just a new payment system, that is a new method of transferring value online by the internet, not just, but including online. But Bitcoin is also a new unit of account, a new currency, in the sense that instead of things being denominated in dollar or yen or euro, sometimes you have situations where things are denominated in Bitcoin. So for example, you might be able to buy a Ferrari in Bitcoin, or it used to be the case that you can buy a Tesla car in Bitcoin, or you might, or at least used to be, able to buy gift cards on Amazon with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So that is important in a sense that for the second motivation, even if you're not interested in Bitcoin or gold as a store of value, that is as an asset, you might be interested to think about if it is a potential means of payment. That is another aspect of money. So the three functions of money, just a brief recap, is money functions as a store of value, a medium of exchange, generally accepted medium of exchange, as well as a universal standard measure of economic value, aka a unit of account. And the second motivation for trying to understand if Bitcoin is digital gold or is not is from the perspective of somebody who spends money. That is somebody who buys and sells, in a sense that if you are, for example, a user of money in terms of purchasing things, is Bitcoin a potential future option to pay? Or if you are a merchant, if you're a small business owner, medium business owner, or a big company, should you consider accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment? This is the second motivation to think about the question if Bitcoin is digital gold or if it is not. The first motivation at the start of the video we spoke about is if you're not somebody who would like to use money in terms of spending or receiving, that is the generally accepted medium of exchange function of money. But if you think about the function of money as a store of value, stable store of value, thinking about Bitcoin as a investment, that is as an asset class, a potential one, these are the two very big motivations and the benefits of delving into the question whether or not Bitcoin is or is not digital gold. So in that sense, the question really matters in terms of you being a spender or recipient of money, that is, use this thing, this cryptocurrency, as a form of payment, and secondly, as a store of value, that is, as a manager of your own wealth or other of your family members or your friends' wealth. So these are the two, if you like, huge pillars of motivation why knowing a little bit more about the question and how to go about answering the question if Bitcoin is digital gold matters to you. Thank you very much, and I see you in the next video.